So I was just talking, and I don't know if it cut out, but the people were telling me in my ears that you were supposed to have sex with pedophiles, and you would be caught up in life. They were the only people willing to help you at the time. But I'm happy. I'm not mad. I wasted 10 or 15 years of my life was wasted because nobody was willing to help me do the cool things in life that I want to do, like provide me with tools to get through life. And those tools cost money, but that's not important. The financial cost isn't important. That's a part of life. You require things to live. And if you don't have those things, it's hard to live. And now that I have the things that I need to live, I'm trying my best to live as much as I can. So part of some of those, it's really energy. It's all about energy. The whole structure of our society is about producing energy and finding a way to escape gravity. But that's another story. So I finally found a way to produce energy, and that's by going to work. And that energy that was given to me from working is now letting me go to museums. This is one of the museums that I wanted to go to. And it was on my list of things to do, or a list of on the website. There's like websites all over the state that.
I'm just going to start another.
Okay, I'll head out. Okay. All right, thank you. He's starting another tour, so we got to go. All right, thank you. Nice to meet you. Yep, you too. So, all right, I gotta get out of there. He's starting another tour. We'll go upstairs. Check out upstairs. Hey, hi. Is the upstairs way?
Yeah. So head on this way,
Okay.
and then over to your left-hand side, there'll be stairs going up.
All right, sweet. Thank you. All right, she said go down this way, head up to the left, and there'll be stairs going up. But this is a really, really cool museum. I honestly love it. I really, really like it. I wish I didn't have to make this video while I was here, and I could. But there's no way I can remember. I'm having difficulty remembering the things this dude is saying. The tour guide was saying to me without these people talking to me at the same time. But okay, I remember this. I know that. Well, this was used to bring people. Believe it or not, a man probably stood here, inside here, to go down into the shaft and to come up, and also to carry lead or iron up, and the shaft. So that guy right here, this guy probably stood in there to go down the shaft, right? But yes. So here we go. Here we go. This is upstairs, up the stairs to check out more museum stuff. Wow. So this sign says why this museum is closed. In 1958, Lancaster only wanted our high school students. Now they have taken all our students and closed our school, which they had promised to keep open. Was this done legally? Should the votes have been counted in the closed room, or should they have been counted in the presence of everyone? So, this is why the museum was closed. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna. Somebody's reading to me as I read, and I don't feel like it. Reading anything. Or listening to them read while I'm reading and stopping me from processing the words that I read to myself. So use your part of your brain to process information is your memory. And if somebody electrocutes the memory part of your brain, you can't process the information you read. And that's what they're doing to me right now. So until that stops, it's really difficult for me to read something and understand what I read, because they're stopping me from remembering what I read while I'm reading. Unless I listen to them read to me, some gay dude's voice reading to me. All right. Yeah, no, this is really cool. But like I was saying, so the point of enjoying things is to do things that you like to do, right? That's the point of enjoyment, right? It's mostly when you are able to do things you like to do. I like seeing old things. I like thinking of what life would be like if I was in that time in history, right? And the only way to get a good feel for that is to go somewhere where people have those old things, somewhere laying around. And museums are the oldest places, where places where people have those old things laying around. So this is a brewery. So this is an apple brewery, making alcohol made out of apples. And someone is telling me in my left ear, you are still gay. Some black dude and somewhere across the country is telling me that I am still gay. It doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what I'm talking about, I am still gay. Anybody that was a victim of pedophile, it has to be gay for the rest of their lives. And that's the part of this country, that's the history, part of the history of this country. If a pedophile got to you at some point in life, it means that you have to be gay for the rest of your life. I don't agree. I firmly disagree. It may be part of American history, but it should not. I think it's like the criminal part, the horrible secrets that America keeps from, people in society. Well, not from people. It's like a horrible, horrible secret that we keep from people. Holy crap. A lot of military clothes. A lot of military stuff in here. Now, someone just asked me to say, told me to say, I thought about serving in the military, but I didn't. I used to wear, is this the Navy? Navy, I think I did the Sea Cadets. I think this is the military, I can't even find the words for the Navy. This is the clothing of the Navy here. So I would have been in there, that clothing. Would you have fought for slavery or against slavery? And the obvious question would be against slavery. But apparently there are black people. There are some black people who would have fought for slavery right now. Then, years ago. So I, as a black person, would have fought against slavery. And there are some people who are black who would have fought for slavery. And they don't tell you this. They don't tell you this. They believe that it is appropriate for black people to be slaves. Or today, that it is appropriate for the black man to listen to a white individual like he was a slave owner today. So there are people who still hold the belief that they are slaves and who still believe it's okay to listen to what a white person, and these are their words, a white person tells them to say or do, because their white individuals know what's going on in the world and there's no way that a black man could know because the white man makes all the decisions. It's a racist verbiage, but that's not my words. I would say it differently. I think there. Oh, I'm supposed to. Oh, it was about the military. So let's go back before I continue. So there are men in America today who believe that they would have been slaves years before, right? So imagine, they would have fought for slavery of their own free will because they firmly believe black people should listen to white people. And they live their lives like that. They support white men for any cause, whether he's right or wrong. They live their lives like slaves, and they take whatever freedoms that come with that benefits of that. So cars, clothes, shoes, money, the ability to have sex and not go to prison or catch a rape charge or go to prison for robbery, any other crimes that a lot of black people go to jail for, or they're willing to go to jail for these crimes just to make black people look bad and white people look better. So they're willing to make black people look bad, fight for white people in any social setting, fight for white people in any democratic setting, fight for white people in any world setting or any settings that support the slavery idea, that black people are still slaves in America. And there are men, women, and children who believe this, and they even adopt gay culture. So they go as far as to give their bodies, their physical bodies, their minds, and their bodies to a racist gay person. And that's what these guys are just telling me in my ears. And I believe it. I believe that years ago that existed, and years today, for years moving forward, that still exists, that there are black people who believe in racism, that it's appropriate. And they're telling me that I haven't figured out anything, but I figured out energy and gravity, the relationship. They really want me to talk about energy and gravity. They think it's appropriate to mention energy and gravity while I'm in this museum. So energy and gravity in my mind means that the world revolves around creating energy, producing energy. And some really smart white guy probably years ago figured this out. When he built this country, or the country was being built, that energy would take over the world. And we had to find it. We had to use it. Learn how to control it and use it as much energy as we possibly can. And that was the plan, to use energy to control things and control it and use it to better our society, our country, our world, our universal existence. And I'm talking about the off the planet, getting off the planet. So existing beyond Earth would require we learn how to control energy as much as we possibly can. And the only way to do that is to use gravity, some form of gravity. So there's lots of different forms of gravity that we can use to produce energy and control it. And somebody figured out that that's how this country was going to exist. And they started putting that idea into every part of our society. And some people learned that you could use people to facilitate the idea of energy and gravity. So you have good people who want to produce energy, people who want to follow the natural, our nature, our human nature. And then you have people who contradict that, who don't want to follow human nature, gravity. So they're using energy and gravity in society to the idea of energy and gravity and the American purpose in society. So you can control energy. So good people by using gravity. So bad people. So if someone's being really good, doing really good things in life and being really good in society, you can stop that from happening by using gravity. Bad people. And you can control energy that way. So someone decided to use the gay community to control energy. So gay people have built a community of individuals who know how to harass, terrorize, hurt, and do bad things to other people, make people unhappy. They're very good at that. They're very good at doing things people don't like. And no one stops them or no one says anything to them. And because they're afraid. They fear gay people because they do things and get away with it because there's no consequences for their act. Well, for them, there's no consequences. They go to prison, and it's like they're living outside of prison because they have sex with the dudes. They're in there. They eat food. Someone's putting money on their books. They are having a good time. They're joking. They're playing. It's like they're not even in prison. So they get out of prison and they continue to do the bad things they did to somebody else, and somebody built this community of people, gay community, to do these things to present gravity to anyone who produces too much energy, to stop energy from doing what energy likes to do, and that is to be free. So our bodies, our minds, our culture, the good people, is built around finding energy, good positive energy to live with, to help enjoy life, to help us enjoy our lives. So, like me, I'm doing my best to produce as much energy as I possibly can in the short time that I have to live. That's what everyone's job is. And then somebody really smart a long time ago decided to use people to control energy. So like human energy. So there's like the energy that comes with, that people are thinking about when it comes to fusion, and there's the energy that people think about when it comes to human energy. And so we humans are mostly energy. We are controlled. Our minds are built on energy. It's like it's hard to imagine that we are like it's like a conscious. We are conscious of energy. We are energy. So like think of where energy comes from. The sun, right? So the sun gives us energy, or over time we became. It's hard for me to talk to you because someone's stopping me from remembering. But energy is like a part of our lives, or is our lives. We are energy, and I think somebody learned a long time ago that the human beings are energy. So we are driven by the same things energy is driven by. So if you look into it, Google what energy is, they'll probably explain that energy is moves as freely moving. So that means energy likes to be free. Human beings love to be free of any gravity, of anything that holds us back. So we love life, and life is freedom. So energy, humans, freedom, someone learned that those two things are the same. And I think they decided to build an entire country on the idea that we are actually just energy inside gravity, or energy, gravity that found a way to control energy. So our bodies, our hands, it's energy that gravity uses to control. So it's like energy and gravity. It's hard to explain. They're making it very difficult for me to explain. But the idea is that we are governed by energy. We are controlled by it. We live by it. We will always be. We'll always want what energy needs. So and gravity is the only thing that can prevent energy from doing what it wants to do. Mostly being free. It all revolves around being free and getting stronger. All right. So. I think someone learned that, and they built this country to support the idea that everybody's supposed to be free from anything, free from everyone, because that's who we are. That not just genetic. Well, beyond genetic. It's more of reality. It's too much of a reality. It's like a design. Well, I guess genetics is design. We are all designed to be free because we're all made of energy, and energy is what has driven our existence since we came into existence. And some father, maybe that guy, is that George Washington? I don't know. Maybe before he came into it, was it him? I'm asking right now which one of the fathers of this country was smart enough to learn who human beings were. Who was it? And decided that we should build our country to represent the laws of our existence, like the laws of energy, what energy likes and doesn't like, to build this country, to protect each individual in this country. I think one of the fathers discovered what energy was and who human beings were. And they realized the two things were the same. Human beings and energy were the same things. So they wrote laws to protect human beings based on what they learned. Well, they used the reasons, the reasonable reasons that energy has to exist means that this is the same things human beings need to exist with. So energy is supposed to be free, and that is why all slavery must end. Because there are some people who argue that slavery was natural, it was right, it was reasonable, it was perfect, it was supposed to. It's a natural life. It's natural for people to. It's natural for people to be slaves. But someone argued, based on who human beings were, after they found out that we were mostly made of energy and we're driven. Our life drive is the same as energy, to be free, to be without gravity, to be without any binding, physical binding or mental bindings. And someone learned that and decided to build laws to protect people and to sacrifice millions of lives to give people those rights. And somebody else learned that. And that's what life is supposed to be about. And people, they believe so much, they built the Constitution. The Constitution was written to protect energy, to protect every single energy, like source of energy in this country. And we go to war for energy. We die for energy. We live for energy. We surround ourselves with the ideas that energy is supposed to be what we is our human pursuit, and controlling it and using it, finding as much of it as we possibly can, and using it. And somebody learned that, and they decided to use America as an example of human existence and what we're supposed to do. So that I know when you fold this flag into a triangle, someone's reminded me to mention that I learned that when you fold this American flag into a triangle, it represents energy and controlling energy, right? So the symbol of controlling energy is crap. So when you put crap, I'm sorry, I'll show you. Hopefully you guys can see this. So I'll show you the symbol for controlling energy is crap. I'm trying to find somewhere to put this. Here we go. So the symbol for controlling energy is this. And when you fold that American flag, you get a symbol like this. That is like representation of controlling energy. And that's what someone quietly put into American society. Find energy, control it, use it to improve our country's existence, the existence of the people around you, and yeah, and I think that's what they built this Constitution around. Protecting energy. Your heart, your mind, your body, all of these things are built around energy. And when someone interferes with your energy, the energy inside your body, the energy inside your mind, there are laws to protect your energy. And there's supposed to be people in place to make sure those laws don't fail. Because your energy is the most important thing to human existence. So the ways that, so good people learned this and bad people learned this. They also learned that the ways to control energy is gravity. So gravity controls energy. And if you use gravity, you can use gravity to hurt energy. Or if you can't, well, gravity controls energy. And you can also hurt or destroy energy. I don't know if it can destroy it or not. Who knows? But those are the controlling mechanisms for energy. You can't control energy without gravity. So someone decided to use society, like people in society, to control energy. So if you put good people as people who follow the American culture, and that's to produce energy, to find it, use it to better your existence, and you use bad people as gravity, some really smart person or some really bad people learned some information and decided to use gravity to hurt people and control energy, control people, good people, or anybody. And I think I learned this. What am I saying? And I think there are people who practice this culture, and they're in the gay community, and they're racist people. So racist and gay people learned how to control energy. So, and they use gravity. It's crazy, but it's something I learned a while ago. That people can do bad things to people, and they're really trying to destroy energy or hurt energy. There are people, someone just said in my ears that there are people who practice the gay culture or controlling people and using gravity to do it because they don't want to move forward. They don't want progress to take place. They don't want people to be helped. They don't want society to change. They want things to stay the way they were, or they want things the way they want them to be. So some racist dude in my ear just told me, I want things to stay the way I want them to be. And now that I know who we are, who human beings are, and I know how to control them, I can make things the way I want them to be. So it was very enlightening for the founding fathers to develop a country that pursued energy. It was the most amazing thing in the world. Probably that day or that night when these people learned who we were, it was probably the most amazing night or day they ever had. It was crazy. And I think somebody learned at the same time how to hurt this idea. And they've been doing that ever since. And I think it was supposed to be they've been, smart people have been putting this energy and gravity idea throughout our entire, the whole idea of America is on top of the idea of energy and gravity. So energy and gravity is the America, and everything is built on top of that. So everything we do, everywhere we go, everything we see is built in as the idea of pursuing energy and controlling it and using it. And someone decided to take that idea and put it all over America in different parts of American society. And I'm trying to tell on the people who use gravity to control energy, the people who do bad things. So the people who put technology in my body are probably people who practice gravity. The only way to control energy is from the inside. Someone learned that I can control energy even better if I put a way to control it on the inside of energy's body. Okay, so like I said, someone learned that if I put gravity inside, some form of gravity inside of energy that I can control, I can hurt energy from the inside. And that's what they're doing. So someone is squeezing my chest right now, talking to me in my ears, and electrocuting my genitals at the same time. And it's technology. Someone put technology in human bodies to control energy. And they weren't supposed to do that. It was very illegal. It was very, very illegal. And Barack Obama is like showing his image to me in front of my eyes right now. And they're telling me that make people happy, to make racist people happy, to make gay people happy, you have to be gay so that a white man feels better about his existence. Because a white man's supposed to be better off than you. It's supposed to be more valuable than you. And if you show people that you're smarter, you're stronger, or you're faster than him, it makes him look bad. Or if you have a better life experience than him, it makes him look bad. So you can't have a good life. You can't have kids, wife, get married, and be heterosexual, and play sports, and have experiences around the world that most people like you have, because this guy is white, and he chose to be gay. So that means if a white man is gay, you'd have to be less than that. Because for some reason they believe gay people are bad people, or like worth less than heterosexual people. So that means you have to be worth less than him. And if he's willing to be gay, you as a black man definitely can still be gay. So there are people who believe this. There are people who strongly believe that if a racist gay white man is gay, a black man can be gay as well. And they use technology to enforce that idea. So they put technology in my body to enforce that idea, and to control the people around me from helping in any way. And then they add death threats. They just told me death threats on top of that make anyone afraid to help anyone else fight gravity. It's really difficult. I learned that gravity produces energy. All forms of gravity in society are supposed to produce energy. So the stronger the gravity, and if the energy survives the strength of gravity, or the weight of gravity, it's supposed to get stronger. It's a relationship between energy and gravity. It's something I've been learning over the last year or so, thinking about for the last year and a half, the relationship between energy and gravity. And you're supposed to use gravity to get stronger. So gravity produces energy. Women are gravity. So I believe men are energy and women are gravity. So a woman produces energy. So if a man who's energy has sex with a woman, she eventually is supposed to produce energy. So she gets pregnant. And over time, she compresses that energy until that energy gets stronger, builds up, produces more energy, and eventually escapes gravity. That's my idea. That's my idea of our society or our nature and the universe itself. I believe space somehow, which is gravity, produce energy over time. I think gravity immediately produces energy. And in space, which is the universe, is gravity, I think that energy was produced. And I think somebody else learned this somehow. So the stars, energy, space, gravity. Somebody else learned this. And somebody else knows that the relationship, life has to do with energy and gravity. So a man and a woman. And someone is trying to substitute a woman, a female gravity, for a male gravity. So it's an insult. It's disrespectful to heterosexual men or people who practice pursuing energy and having sex with a woman to get stronger, produce more energy using gravity. And someone decided that I could use a man. They just told me that in my ears, that I could use a man, a male version of gravity to produce energy and get stronger. Because it makes a white man, a white racist man, feel good about interfering with your life existence. Because someone learned the best existence in life comes from pursuing energy and using gravity to get stronger. So there's some really smart, racist people who want the best life and want to give someone else the worst life. Black people. Today, in 2023, it is still, someone just said, that's still happening today. And they invented technology to make sure that a racist man could have the things that they always wanted. To make sure black people didn't have the best lives or a better life than a white man. So I learned what energy and gravity was from working out. I was working out one day and I felt what energy feels like. So in your body, when you produce lots of energy, when you produce more energy than you've ever produced in your entire life inside your body, you feel different. And if there's a moment that you can recover from working out, or you 2 or 3 minutes, well, it's like a random moment after weightlifting, you suddenly feel differently. And you can actually feel the energy in your body. It's not heat. Some people like to say that's called heat. But if you're not exercising, you're just sitting there, you suddenly feel like you have to do something, or you feel like there are little things in your body moving away from you or moving all over your body. It's energy. That's what energy feels like. And when I felt it, I felt the need to control that energy. And that's why I got the idea about energy and controlling energy. And our bodies are built to control energy. Those are the muscles in your body. They are designed and built to control energy, gravity. So you fill up with gravity, you compress that energy by using your muscles. And then you are stronger. You're momentarily stronger until you run out of energy. And you have to get more of that. Or you have built up energy. So that's how our bodies are designed. So we were born of fusion. So stars use fusion to get stronger. That's how they exist. Human beings use fusion to exist. It's the idea of fusion. Well, energy inside your body, gravity compresses it, and that's how you get stronger. That's how fusion works. So we're like the stars in the sky, kind of. And women are like the gravity that controls the stars in the sky. It's crazy. I love to talk to you about it some more, but weightlifting taught me everything I know about energy and gravity. I actually felt what people feel are supposed to feel in their entire lives. We're supposed to feel energy. We're supposed to feel strong. We're supposed to compress that energy to get stronger. And I also learned the best way to get stronger, someone just told me, is to increase gravity over the same area. So we're not supposed to spread weights out. We're not supposed to put weights at a distance to get stronger. We're not supposed to spread weights out. So when you're weightlifting, the worst thing you could do is to keep adding weights at a distance. It stretches your body out. So while you're lifting, you get bigger and bigger and bigger because your body has only one purpose. Well, it's thinking that because the weights are getting further away, it has to balance these weights at a further distance. And the best way to balance weights at a further distance is to get bigger, right? So that's the worst way to get stronger, spreading weights out at a greater distance. The best way to get stronger is to increase the weight over the same area. That's the only way to get stronger. You got to use, someone told me, I didn't figure this out. I kept trying to learn how to do it. Someone said, you got to use a magnet. And that's what they use in the fusion laboratories. They told me in my ears, use a magnet. It would have took me a long time, maybe not. It would have took me a while to figure that out. Use a magnet to increase the weights over the same area. So when you're weightlifting, in order to feel energy and compress energy enough to feel it, I got good genetics. My genetics were designed to compress energy. I have that's what I'm designed to do. I got a good shot. I was born with this. So when I produce lots of energy, my genetics helped me compress it. And that's how I got the feeling of what energy was. when I produce lots of it. And that's how I got the idea of who human beings were and this whole energy and gravity story. I'm trying to get back into the weight room so I can feel energy again. But if you want to, you're going to have, most people are not genetically designed to feel what energy feels like. And it's because you're lazy. Well, your family's lazy, or your grandparents were lazy, and they stopped working out. They stopped struggling to be stronger. They stopped struggling to physically get stronger, and instead they decided to work behind a desk to get stronger. And that's producing money. Money and energy is the same thing. So somebody substituted real energy inside of our bodies with money outside of our bodies. And that's how people learn to get stronger. And they also represent larger penises with someone who produces lots of energy. But that's a made-up culture. That's gay culture. That's the real life idea of energy and getting stronger is inside your body. It's not a representation of how large your penis is. The true energy is built from the inside. And controlling it is also built from the inside. So getting fat, being fat, is not a sign of pursuing energy or getting stronger. You have to control that energy. So the fusion problem, producing lots of energy, being able to, and not being able to control it, is the same thing with our bodies. You can't produce physically or grow penises to represent lots of energy without being able to truly control that energy. So my genetics allow me to do that. So I felt what energy felt like for a moment in my life. And that's how I learned who humans were and what America's pursuit was. But it's a really complicated. What was I saying? So someone designed people to hurt people and use gravity to do it because people can't be easily hurt by gravity. We're made out of energy. So increasing gravity over the same area is the only way to get stronger. So if I get killed, and you guys never learned this, the only way to get stronger is to increase gravity over the same area. Like women do that. Women do it better than anybody on earth. Women throughout their existence, or when they came into existence, learned how to, they know better than anybody else how to compress energy. They produce energy. They give life. They are designed to do that. And men, better than anybody else, know how to produce energy. So women know how to compress energy, and men know how to produce it. So we use men to produce lots of energy, we use women to compress it and make us stronger, give us children, compressed energy, babies. They compress energy until energy is strong enough to escape gravity, and that's childbirth. So escaping gravity is childbirth. It's a freedom, finally free to live your life and be free. And in the bigger picture, on the American standards, like the national standards of producing energy and escaping gravity, is to leave Earth and to find safety in space beyond gravity's reach. It's crazy, right? So I learned all this from weightlifting. It's hard to explain, but if you ever want to get stronger, truly get stronger without getting bigger, that's the other thing, without losing anything. So strength comes from increasing energy and increasing control of it. Increasing energy, increasing control of it, and increasing control of it. If you really want to do that, you need to increase gravity over the same area to get stronger, to control energy. So when you're working out and you add weights at a distance, you're getting weaker because the weights are spreading out and you're not increasing gravity over the same area. So you have to compress your body. So your body stretches out when you increase weights over the same area. Your body will compress if you increase weights over the same area. So if you spread the weights out over a larger area, your body will get bigger. If you increase weights over a smaller area, your body will get smaller and compress. That's the idea. So weightlifting has been a problem for everyone for years. So I thought about weightlifting when I was a kid. why are the weights so far away, right? That's not supposed to be the way it is. It took me 20 years or 25 years to realize after I started weightlifting what the problem was. The problem was I was stretching out, and that's a bad problem. So you don't want to stretch out when you weightlift. You want to compress your body as you get stronger. And that's the only way to get stronger. I'm trying to remember everything. Gravity is important in weightlifting. Density. Becoming denser is strength. So people who built the laboratories for fusion know that increasing the density of energy is also is a sign of strength. So you don't want to get bigger and spread it out. You want to compress it as a sign of strength. Gravity and energy. Gravity and energy. What else? Crap. All right. So gravity and energy are used to compress. Something. Crap. I can't. Okay. So weightlifting. Increase the weight over the same area. Use magnets. Use magnets to compress energy or compress your body. Oh, and someone just told me, I had to Google this. I realized this on my own. Like when I was weightlifting, I thought that the weights, where they were, caused my body to get bigger, right? That my body was stretching out it was balanced. So the first thing your body does is balance weights. And once your body has learned how to balance the weights, lifting the weights is very easy. It's a lot less work. But if your body doesn't have to learn how to balance the weights, you don't have to get bigger. So if you use magnets to increase the weight over the same area, your body will no longer feel the need to get larger. It will only get stronger. And the way to get stronger is by compressing energy. So you're not getting bigger. You'll get faster, you'll be stronger, and you'll be smarter. Those are the pursuits, America's pursuit. Or it's evolution. That's what I call evolution. So evolution is no loss of energy in any way, inside your body at all, or outside your body. That's evolution. So if you, and somehow, in the process of getting stronger, lose any form of any sort, any energy, intelligence, strength, or speed, you didn't evolve. You lost something in the process. That's not evolution. Evolution is a gain in all aspects of control. So intelligence is a sign of control. Speed is a sign of control. Strength is a sign of control. It's all evolution. So in the process of getting stronger, you're not supposed to get bigger. You're not supposed to lose speed. You're supposed to increase energy. Increase your energy and lose nothing in the process. And the only way to do that is by compression. And that's what people in laboratories across the country have learned. Well, they knew 100 years ago. I believe these people figured out fusion over 100 years ago, exactly how to produce enough energy for every single person in this country. I believe they figured it out 100 years ago. And they have been withholding the fusion, the energy from fusion, from society for racist, social, or economic, or whatever reason. I say so because I said so reason. You know what I mean? I can't find the words, but it's like there are individuals who control what happens in America, and they decided to not produce the amount of energy needed, fusion energy, that they could have produced 100 years ago, because they chose not to. They said our country wasn't, they just told me in my ear, say your country wasn't ready. The people inside your country were not ready to receive the amount of energy that we could produce and take the load, well, change the country. Literally change the country overnight. If they found fusion, which I do believe they did, I firmly believe fusion was discovered. And exactly how to produce the amount of energy needed for fusion was discovered over 100 years ago. I believe it. I am certain of it. And I also think, well, fuck it. I also think they just told me no one's gonna watch this video. They're gonna make sure no one sees this video ever. I also believe. I also believe that fusion will change our society. So, energy. If they find unlimited energy that we can use, it's going to pay for everything we need energy for now. So imagine our country finds energy and decides to give it away, right, for free, right? It's unlimited. I reason that the cost to produce the energy is going to be insignificant compared to the amount of energy that we can produce. So if we produce enough energy, the cost to produce it will be insignificant. And we'll just, in my mind, we'll give the energy to people. And we'll lower the price of everything that we do that has a price of energy price to it. And make everyone's life easier. And if you make everyone's life easier by dropping the cost of energy down to do everything, and maybe gave it away, there is no cost to life. Life becomes free, literal next to free, probably free. Someone's going to figure out how to use energy to make everyone's life better and easier to live. That's what energy is for. And I think some really smart people are out there, and they are ready to provide people with the best lives possible. And I think someone is preventing that from happening. I believe they invented this technology to control people's bodies to stop that from happening. So no one could get smart enough to provide anyone with anything that someone else way up there decided not that people weren't supposed to have or can't have yet. So to control American, and I think they just tell me, we're going to, exactly what you just said to your YouTube videos. We're going to make sure no one can see your YouTube videos about your ideas in this video. And I'm not insane. I know you're probably watching this video. It's like, who is this black guy? What is he talking about? And all this stuff. But and all that, they're controlling my memory. So I speak very well when I want to talk. I usually have a very easy time talking. I never struggle with thinking about things and saying what I think at all, ever. I never had that problem in my life. But someone started using technology inside my head to control my memory and prevent me from speaking and control whatever's going on with my lips and make it very difficult for me to talk. And those are the people who built this. Well, I don't know if they legally did it, if the people in charge allowed people to do this, or there are really bad people who put technology in people's bodies and nobody knows or nobody stopped. But I think I heard somebody coming from over there. I did. I can hear voices. So I'm going to end this video. But those are my ideas about energy and gravity, what I've learned in society over the last few years. And the technology that I want out of my body, I've been telling you guys about that already. I made very many videos about it. You should know that. But those are my ideas about society, technology, well, energy and gravity, and what I've learned in my life over the last few years. And I think that's everything I got to say. I'm going to end the video because I just heard somebody over there. Just come check out this museum. It is really nice. It's a really cool museum. I like going in the mine. The mine, when I went down there, it was cold. They said it was wet, so he had wet clothes on all the time. That would have been difficult. I still would have done it. I still would have done it because you had to. There's very little money elsewhere, right? So, or very little energy being produced anywhere else. You know, someone just said you should say use the word energy. But hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna take off. And someone else was telling me you're ugly as hell. Well, people are gonna think you're ugly, so the video won't really matter. I don't think that's important. And, okay, I gotta go. I hear people coming from 2 different directions now. All right, I gotta go. Bye.